Hello friends, welcome to my channel Quiz and Storyline. Friends, I kindly request you to subscribe to my second channel, Anokhi Movie Stories, where I explain this video in Urdu. A link has been provided in the description. Today, we are discussing how Simon and his father both fall in love with the same woman, and this love puts Simon in a situation like being stuck between a rock and a hard place. Simon, a young man, lives away from his parents with his girlfriend, Fabienne. Both Simon and Fabienne are cartoon artists, and due to their artistic nature, they prefer staying away from their family because everyone in their family is a doctor. Today is Simon's father's 60th birthday, and Simon wants to introduce his girlfriend to his parents. After 6 months, Simon is finally taking Fabienne to meet his parents. On his father's birthday, Simon meets his parents and sees that many family members are present. His eyes fall on a woman he doesn't recognize. A little later, he sees her mingling with his father and asks who she is. He learns that she is his father's secretary. Simon's father is actually a psychologist, and this woman is his new secretary. The family had no issue with Simon's father's behavior because he often had affairs with his patients and turned old patients into his secretaries, with whom he formed relationships. Simon's mother is deeply hurt by the fact that despite being married, her husband has affairs with his patients and secretaries. But she cannot do anything as she herself works under Simon's father at the clinic. This forces Simon's mother to stay with him despite everything, as she tries to save their marriage. Simon's mother tells him, "My marriage is on the verge of collapse. Your father has hired a new secretary named Sonia, and now he's going on a vacation with her. My marriage is sure to end because Sonia will marry your father." Simon asks his mother, "What can I do about it?" She replies, "Take over my duties at the clinic so that I can have free time to go on vacation with your father and save my marriage." Feeling sympathy for his mother, Simon agrees to work at his father's clinic so she can go on vacation and try to save their marriage. Although Simon's father reluctantly agrees, he takes his wife on vacation, leaving Sonia to work with Simon for a few days. After they leave, Sonia confronts Simon and says, "If you hadn't stepped in and taken over your mother's work, I would have gone on vacation with your father, and our relationship would have grown stronger. Why did you interfere?" Simon responds, "You have no idea about my father's actions. Don't you know about his previous affairs? He's had many girlfriends, and it's just a habit for him." Sonia pauses for a moment and then says, "You don't know anything about the depth of our relationship. Keep your opinions to yourself." Now Simon realizes that Sonia and his father indeed share a close bond, and he leaves angrily. The next day, Simon overhears Sonia talking to someone downstairs, saying, "Look, you have a family and children, but I have nothing. Don't waste my time." Simon knew that despite being on vacation, his father was still in contact with Sonia. Simon and Sonia were tasked with converting all of his father's video clips, such as interviews and lectures, into text, which was a very boring job. Listening to the lectures and writing them down felt dull to both Simon and Sonia. Emotionally overwhelmed, Sonia tells Simon, "Your father considers me his girlfriend. He openly expresses his love for me, yet he left me here alone and went on vacation with your mother. She becomes emotional and starts crying because she had not yet settled in life. She also wanted a family, which she was planning to create by going on vacation and marrying Simon's father. But Simon's arrival had ruined all her plans. Simon, too, felt that what his father was doing was wrong. He tries to comfort Sonia, offering her a tissue. Sonia hugs Simon tightly and cries uncontrollably, becoming very emotional. In her emotional state, she even starts kissing Simon. However, both of them quickly realize what they're doing and stop. Simon immediately steps back and goes outside, reflecting on what just happened. He realizes that his mother had asked him to work there to keep Sonia away from his father, but now he was getting closer to her himself. He feels trapped in the complicated dynamics of his family. His girlfriend reminds him, "Our cartoon festival is in 2 weeks," and asks, "What kind of work have you gotten yourself into? We're artists, and we should focus on our work." Now, Simon feels caught between the promises he made to both his girlfriend and his mother. He cannot abandon either. The next day, Simon apologizes to Sonia, saying, "What happened yesterday shouldn't have happened." Sonia calmly nods her head and says, "It's not a big deal," as if it were just another ordinary thing for her. Simon asks her not to tell his father about what happened. Sonia replies, "I already told him that I'm getting engaged to someone, but I didn't mention that it's you. I only told him so that his vacation would get ruined." Simon felt trapped in a situation he couldn't control. After that, he started digging for more information about Sonia because she used to be one of his father's patients. Simon pulls out her file and reads that Sonia had suicidal tendencies, something his father had treated her for. He reads the entire file. The next day, Sonia finds out that Simon has read her patient file, which is supposed to be confidential between a doctor and a patient. She starts looking for her file because she didn't want anyone to know about her suicidal tendencies. She asks Simon to give it back, and Simon hands her the file. Emotionally, she tells him, "You shouldn't have read our private information. Because of your actions, I could file a case against you." Sonia doesn't want to give Simon her file, but when Simon tries to grab it by force, Sonia suddenly turns towards him and starts kissing him again. This time, Simon doesn't hold back, and he gets involved with Sonia as well. A few moments later, Sonia tells Simon that someone might come in, so they should go downstairs. She opens the door to go down and sees some other people have arrived at the clinic and are giving her instructions. Simon quickly hides behind an inner room. After those people leave, Sonia and Simon head downstairs. Simon is confused and doesn't know if what he's doing is right or wrong. His mother had involved him in this task to keep Sonia away from his father, but now he's caught in Sonia's allure and can't pull back, even if he wants to. Simon wants to sit with Sonia and talk for a while, but Sonia seems to be in a hurry. She takes him into the inner room and pulls Simon towards her. This leads to an emotional moment between the two. After getting close, Sonia tells Simon, "Let me drop you home, come with me." Simon gets into the car with her, and Sonia drops him near his house. She says to him, "You should come to my place sometime." Simon kisses her and says, "I'll make time to come for sure." Then Sonia drives away. As Simon heads home, he sees his girlfriend, Fabian, sitting with another artist friend, probably there for lunch. Simon asks, "What are you doing here?" Fabian responds, "I'm preparing for the comedy festival. You got so busy with your mom and dad's work, I needed someone to be with me." Despite everything, Fabian kisses Simon and says, "Come back to work soon." However, Simon begins to feel that Fabian is having an affair with his friend, and doubt starts creeping into his mind. So, Simon follows them both and sees that Fabian is fully immersed in preparing for the cartoon festival with her new artist friend. Simon says to Fabian, "You changed so quickly, you found a new partner very fast." Fabian replies, "The cartoon festival is starting in 2 weeks. I needed to prepare with someone because I've been working on this for months. You got so caught up in your mom and dad's work, I needed someone to be with me." Simon doesn't want to leave his girlfriend, but then his mom calls and says, "Please just manage for a few more days. We're really enjoying our vacation. Please don't quit the work for my sake." Now, Simon was completely confused about what to do. That night, he goes to a nightclub with his girlfriend, where they have a good time, but Simon's mind is in turmoil. After a lot of thinking, Simon decides to tell his girlfriend everything about his relationship with Sonia. Finally, he confesses to her that he had been close with Sonia. Hearing this shocks Fabian, and she leaves immediately. A little while later, Simon gets a message from Sonia saying, "It's Saturday today. If you're free, you can come to my place." Simon goes to Sonia's apartment and sees that she lives alone. He goes to her, and after talking for a while, they embrace and grow closer. Sonia serves Simon dinner, and they talk at the dining table, which brings them even closer. The next morning, when Simon wakes up, he sees that Sonia has gone to the market to buy something. While looking around the apartment, he notices a photo of his dad with Fabian. It finally dawns on him that his father had given this apartment to Sonia. At that moment, he sees that his father has returned from vacation. His dad is surprised to see Simon at Sonia's apartment and asks, "What are you doing here?" Simon, in return, asks his father, "What are you doing here?" His father replies, "This is my apartment, and I came here to get a book. Do you know that Sonia wants a child? Sonia is with me because she wants a baby, but I've had a vasectomy, so I can't give her one. I'm just in a relationship with her." At that moment, Sonia comes back from the market. Simon's father wants to talk to her, but Sonia is upset because he didn't take her on the vacation. Right in front of Simon's father, Sonia kisses Simon and asks, "Baby, did you sleep well?" It seems like Sonia is doing this to make Simon's father jealous. Afterward, a strange smile appears on Simon's face. Simon's father, a bit surprised, says, "Your relationship doesn't matter much to me. I'll find another girlfriend. But please make sure your mom understands that you're with Sonia now." With that, Simon's father leaves. Simon tries to explain everything to his mother, but she refuses to accept that her son has fallen for her rival. Now both mother and son are crying together, but it's too late for regrets. The damage has been done, and all that remains is the aftermath. A few days later, Sonia gives birth to a baby, and the child is Simon's since his father had undergone a vasectomy. Sonia had always wanted a baby, and the apartment had been given to her by Simon's father. Now, with both the baby and Simon by her side, she believes she has a complete family. Sonia continues working at the medical college, handing over the baby to Simon. Simon feels happy for a moment when he sees the baby, but he remains deeply confused about how his life turned out. Just a year ago, his life with his girlfriend seemed perfect, but now he's caught in a web of family issues, with problems surrounding him from all sides. I request you all to help me reach 10,000 subscribers on my channel soon. We hope you all enjoy this video and give it a like. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for your loving comments. See you in the next video.